Hello then, welcome back. We have just finished the qualifying for the Monaco Grand Prix. As you can see, we didn't do too well, all things considered. Duhan is down in 9th, which is gonna suck for him. Piastri managed 2nd. 2/10 and a little bit of Verstappen, so we didn't have the best of qualifyings. Duhan didn't really get any good runs. As you can see, they're all about the same. So it's a bit of a shame. But it's just how things are. We'll have to try and make up places during the race, which is definitely going to be challenging, seeing that it's Monaco. So what strategy do we want to use? Cloudy? Can we get some rain? Probably not. We could gamble softs to hards, but I think we'll go medium to hards instead. I am also tempted to try and go hards to softs maybe for our other driver, but I don't think that will really work. And of course this relies on us nursing those mediums a bit. So we'll go same. And in terms of fuel usage, we'll just allow them to try and overtake in the beginning, burn some fuel. We'll have to try and save the tires because, again, we need to make them last until that first pit stop. So with that in mind, we're just going to do this. Confidence is okay, not great. So yeah, we didn't have the best start to this weekend. Let's just leave it at that.
We're here and the streets are abuzz at the Monaco Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away
Looks like
we
Piastri
go.
actually had a good start for once. But Verstappen had a better one, and he's also on the softs. So if we nurse the mediums, we might be able to force the softs, you know, gain a bit of a window once Verstappen pits. So that could work.
Just gained by Williams.
Duhan got Hamilton on the start. It looks like he might get Bottas too. I see that Williams. I don't really see that one. But yeah, he got Hamilton into that first corner. Really good. And Duhan got Bottas there too, just now. So Duhan is making work. That's very good. Can he get Perez and Russell though? That's going to be the big question here down the...
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Let's have a quick look at the bottoms overtake.
Now we see the Williams here.
Quite an aggressive one, all things considered, but a good move nonetheless. Very nice to see from him. Now, is Piastri going to be able to get Verstappen here on the straight? Probably not. It didn't have the best exit. But he is gaining. Oh, he might actually pull it off here. He did. Oh. Can you get him up the straight here? Nope. Needed to, I guess, regain the car. Or regain control of the car. Duhan sadly didn't get anything done either, but we'll speed things up here. It looks like we might have some opportunities down the line, so we're just going to have to be patient, pay a bit of attention, and see if we can, you know, make up some places here.
DRS enabled.
Piastri once again tried to make the move. Was very close. But we are getting to the point where we might consider, you know, saving some fuel and maybe just sitting in place. We'll give him one more lap to try, but... probably won't happen. Doesn't have... Oh. Sense it up. He probably needs that ERS to make that work, honestly. So we'll just harvest for both our drivers. We'll go balanced. And as long as they keep up with the guys in front of them, we'll be happy. And of course, don't lose any positions. So we'll have to see. I think this should be good, both of them. It's very hard to overtake here. Piastri is actually falling a bit behind, which is interesting to see. So let's see now if once he's not on, you know, saving, if he can catch up. Verstappen is actually quite quick around this place. So we're probably going to have to deploy some and probably push the fuel a bit to catch up with him. And that's what we're going to do.
Fastest lap.
So we have caught up, but yeah, the
Disabled. ERS is currently disabled.
ERS is empty, so I think this might be a case of Verstappen just having a car that's better suited to Monaco than we do. And of course he has the better tires as well. So I guess we won't fight it too much. We're happy with second here, I think. The main concern we have is Duhan, trying to get him up a little bit in the positions. So we'll be focusing on him. Having Piastri on the podium is good enough, really, for us. So I'll be focusing on Duhan and trying to get him to get past Russell, because Perez has overtaken him. And he did. Straight on to the first chance there, got past Russell. Very good. Now can we get Perez on this next lap? See how he did it.
Look. Now we see the Williams here. Moving up a place there.
Very good use. What we might do next season, just for fun, I'm thinking could be a last to first challenge in Monaco. A car that's been developed over 2 seasons. How do you think that will go? Honestly, we might just do that next season because it kind of sounds fun. Overdeveloped car, Monaco. Sounds like a good challenge, all things considered. So yeah, as I said, currently we're just going to allow things to kind of naturally progress. If we can overtake Perez, that would be great, but it's not something we, is going to try and force too hard. But if Duhan gets a good run here on the next straight, he might pull it off. Getting closer, he is trying, so we're good on that regard. Tires are still looking good. Verstappen should pit very soon. But as you can see, the softs here don't really degenerate that much. So I'm assuming it's a one-stopper for both our drivers. We might just push once he pits, we might just push the mediums and then nurse the hards to try and get to the end. So we'll have to see how exactly we do that. Now Duhan is kind of getting left behind because I was explaining a little bit too much. So can he catch up on his own, or do we need to use some ERS? I think we are good at this point, really. We just allow him to run in clean air, but again, if he catches up, he'll be able to save fuel. So let's deploy some, and we'll micromanage it a bit more closely. And we'll give him a chance here to see if he can take Paris. Honestly, I should just micromanage this to harvest on anything that isn't, the final straight. He actually got it on neutral. Very good. Can he keep it? Yeah, he kept it. Very nice to see. Piastri's still around 3 seconds behind, so we're good. See what happened with Duhan.
Now we see the Williams here.
DRS on the straight. Not really a big surprise there. It's probably your best option for an overtake, all things considered. Now, first set of pit stops have been done. Verstappen is in the pits. He has picked up the hard. So what I'm thinking now is that we're going to go aggressive on tires. And we're going to burn some fuel. We're going to sacrifice a bit of fuel. We might also deploy some ERS here towards the end of this stint. Because the goal will be to get that 20-second window. So that we can hopefully get Verstappen through pit. A clever pit strategy. So let's see here if we can gain enough time to make that viable. It seems possible. Let's just go aggressive here for the last couple of laps on this tire. And we'll have to see. We lost a bit of time there because we were, getting past some back markers. We'll do one more lap here on these tires, which, again, don't really have that much in them. And we're expected to drop down to 3rd if we do pit. So let's have Duhan too, just to go aggressive. Duhan, I think, has had an accident because he's been caught up here by Verstappen. And a lot of others. So, yeah, that's not nice to see. We'll have to figure out what happened there. Could also just be stuck behind back markers. So again, we're going to pit Piastri first. We're going to allow Duhan to probably pit this same lap. And he'll be out in 12th estimated. So he'll have to work his way up again. But we'll see if we can make it work. Let's deploy. I should have deployed earlier for Piastri. Piastri got out in first. This is what we like to see. Verstappen is on the straight. We've done a good job here. Now we just need to make sure that we hold on to this position. And that's going to be the challenge, really. But we did a very good pit strategy. We have almost 6 seconds on Verstappen. So I say that is that's pretty good. Duhan is out here in 6th. So he also did a good job. In front of him, there's no one that's going to pit. So we'll have to see here if we can make some moves on Paris again. Paris has gained when he pitted, because I believe we did pass him. So that's a bit of a negative moment. So something probably happened. Back market slowed him down or something else. But we're looking good currently. Verstappen will probably catch up to Piastri, and then we'll have fights towards the end. But we're going to just have to allow that to happen, because otherwise our tires won't really last towards the end of the race. We could try and micromanage Duhan a little bit here to see if we can catch up to Paris. Because he's 5 seconds behind, approximately. So we could burn a bit of fuel, and we could also try and push the ERS a bit. And I think we're gonna try and do that. We're gonna try and micromanage it a little bit.
It's a stonking lap.
We barely did anything, and it's already fastest lap. So as you can see, it's very effective. But now we're gonna have to harvest, which is gonna cost us time again. But if we're lucky here, we might be able to make something stick. It seems also that he probably lost a bit of time, Perez, behind other drivers. So that is good for us. We are now very close to that one. We're within reach. Let's go for neutral on the straight here. And we'll also keep high, just to make sure that we keep up. Back to balanced, go harvest, and we'll micromanage the ERS here a little bit over this this next couple of laps. And see if we can make it past Paris. We go straight as done. Let's go back to harvest. And in general, as you see here, you can really help out your drivers by just slowing things down a bit and doing work on the ERS. Well, I wasn't quick enough there, but you probably get what I'm saying. Now, getting past Paris would be good, but there's still a lot of race left, and there's also a lot of time down to, you know, the Ferraris. So for the time being, we're just gonna speed things along. Our tire prognosis is looking good, so we'll have to see how we are doing towards the end of the race. We are slowly getting caught up by Verstappen, Piastri, but I want to see here if Duhan can make something work here on his own, because he's definitely keeping up with Paris, no problem. Still losing time to Verstappen. Again, it's not really that much of a surprise. Also, secondary reason why we're just happy with staying behind Paris is because I don't think we'll be able to reel in the Ferraris. And, well, we'll save fuel by sitting behind him. We maybe waste a little bit more tire. But we should be able to overtake him and, like, give it 5 laps maybe towards the end there. And that's what I'm kind of banking on. Piastri is gaining more of a window to Verstappen. 10 laps to go, 4 seconds. Should be pretty okay. Now, Duhan has fallen a little bit behind. Let's deploy some. Probably due to... you know, back markets getting in the way. Wouldn't surprise me. And that's usually how things go. Now, 7 laps to go here. We'll see if we can make Duhan do some cheeky overtakes. We're gonna push. The tires should be okay towards the end, so we can probably go aggressive, but we'll wait for the last couple of laps before we do. And again, we're just gonna use overtake on the main straight. And maybe here too, just so that we can, you know, keep up. Let's just use deploy. That way we make sure that we use everything. Go neutral. And then we'll go overtake for the rest of the lap here and see if Duhan can make a move on Paris now on the straight. Not that time. Let's see. Again, I know there's a lot of stopping and pausing, but that's basically how you want to do it if you don't want to waste all your ERS at once. Now, this is the point where we can go aggressive. There's 4 laps left. We can harvest for this 1 lap, and then we're just going to allow him to use everything. We are actually falling quite a bit behind Perez due to, again, back markers. So we're going to have to deploy. And honestly, those back markers might have just ruined any chance we had of getting Perez, sadly. We'll have to see here. We'll have one more chance. And that is basically this. So we're going to go overtake. We're going to leave tires as we are. Piastri is going to be given a chance here to also set fastest lap here on the last one. But we are not going to burn any excess fuel. Just to be safe. And
You're opening your final lap.
let's see here if Duhan can, you know, make something work on this final chance of his. He is close at least, which is good. Lost a little bit there, maybe. But it seems like he does have the speed. Yeah, that looks good. So for now, we'll just allow him to push like this. Oh, Perez actually came back on him. And then we braked, so yeah. That's a bit of a sad one, honestly. Kind of gave that up without a fight. But Piastri is doing his final lap here. We'll just have a look on that. And can he set fastest lap without bidding it into the wall? Is the big question.
Okay,
Looks like he
second
did
flag.
set fastest lap. Very good. Let's have a look at Duhan. Can he make something work here towards the end, or? I sincerely doubt it. It's just not enough room on that straight. We'd need Perez to crash out if we want any chances of getting 5th there, I think.
Doing very good. Lap time are good. Lap time are good.
Copy. Let's close this gap.
That's it. We almost had it on that final lap there. I just got a bit complacent and put him off the ERS a bit too early. So as you can see, micromanaging ERS, it can be both good and bad for you. But that's a good Monaco race. We had a bad start. Duhan climbed 3 spots. Very good. Piastri gained 1, which of course is nice. Dominating fastest lap here too, over a second on Duhan, which is also very nice. Driver's standing. Good lead. Very good lead. A bit too closer to Sainz, Leclerc and Verstappen. It's just 4 points up to 2nd from 5th, so at least they're having a scrap. We're leading by quite a good margin. We just barely gained a point. 2 points of Ferrari, 1 on Red Bull, so that's pretty good. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this Monaco Grand Prix, and if you did, please subscribe and ding the bell. It will make me very happy. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.